There's something fascinating about the players who pick up Prince rackets. Not because the rackets look unusual, not because they carry some flashy marketing message, and not because they're louder, stronger, or more extreme than the modern frames dominating the tennis world. In fact, the exact opposite is true. Prince rackets have this quiet, almost understated confidence. They don't scream for attention. They don't overwhelm you with identity. But somehow, the players who choose them stand out. And they feel different in a very specific way. Different in a way that seems intentional, expressive, almost rebellious. Today's episode explores that feeling. The psychology of why certain players resonate deeply with Prince rackets. The emotional meaning behind choosing a racket that has always stood slightly outside the mainstream. And the unique way Prince frames allow certain players to express parts of themselves that other racket brands never quite touch. Because Prince isn't just a racket manufacturer. It's a personality type. It's a mindset. It's a counterculture inside a sport that often pressures players to look the same, swing the same, and think the same. And for many players, that difference feels like freedom. Let's begin with something subtle but important. Prince has always represented the alternative voice in tennis. While other brands built their identity on power, dominance, or modern explosiveness, Prince built its identity quietly around innovation, unconventional designs, and creativity. Oversized frames, extended lengths, experimental string patterns, signature shapes. These weren't just engineering choices, they were statements. Players who picked Prince were never simply looking for performance. They were looking for permission to play their way. And that's the first psychological layer, self-expression. Prince rackets attract players who don't want to fit into a mold. Players who feel an instinctive pull toward equipment that feels slightly off the center line, just like they do. The Prince player is often someone who doesn't see tennis as a battle of power, but as a craft, a language, a style. They're drawn to the feel, the softness, the comfort, the unique identity of the frame. They're drawn to the idea of using something distinctive, because the racket becomes an extension of personality. Some racket brands feel like uniforms. Prince feels like clothing you chose because it felt like you.